Hey everyone, just a quick video. I know we're going through a hard time right now because of the virus, but it's given my wife and I a chance to clean out our basement, which I won't show you because to you it will look awful, but to us it's a lot better than it has been in years. But in undoing boxes and finding things in corners rather, look what I ran across. This is that's an Atwater Kent Model 40. Is that right? 40, I think. And I bought this, I can't tell you how many years ago it was, and I put it in a box, and it's traveled with me here, various houses, various places, a couple states, and I thought I'd lost it. I've often wondered what happened to it, and I thought, well, I've lost it somewhere along the way. Well, I found it cleaning out the basement, and also, its original speaker managed to survive also. So it hasn't seen the light of day in a long time. That's it. I can't really get it all peeled back here, but the newspaper that it was wrapped up in, I've thrown most of it away, but the date on it was 1984, so it's been it's been cooped up for a long time. This was interesting. Free 50 pounds of meat. Charge it. What does it say? Charge it 90 days to pay. All right. So anyway, so the newspaper was from the 80s, and that's when it got wrapped up in a box. And I knew I'd get to it someday. Well, I haven't gotten to fixing it yet, but that's going to go on the list of things to work on. And a lot of you guys, I think, have done these, and there's a lot of questions about how they operate. I'm going to have lots of questions about how to fix certain problems. First of which is going to be, I think, the transformer, because I think it was made for 100 volts. And as the voltage on the supply to your house got larger and larger, I think most of those burn out. But anyway, so that's number one little interesting thing. Now avert your eyes here. We had a leak in the basement. That's been fixed, but you can tell there's some dirt on the floor. The other thing that I found, I do have a ham license and it's still current, but this was in my father's house. My father's no longer living, but it's a Swan 175, and this is what he used in his house with a dipole antenna, and that's what he talked on. And underneath a bunch of stuff, I managed to find that, and so it's got its back behind it is its original power supply, and it's got a bunch of in that envelope on top there. It's got its manuals and a bunch of other stuff, parts list, all that sort of stuff. So I am still current. So one of these days, that's going to get taken out, and we're going to see if we can make it go again. And then in the corner, see, doesn't this look awful? But really, it's so much better than it was. Behind a bunch of junk that we threw away, I saw this shape, and I thought, that looks suspiciously like a radio. So I thought I'm going to, and I have not pulled it out yet, so it's been sitting there. I cannot tell you when, so I'm going to pull that out, set it up, and we'll take a look. Okay, so here it is, and it's a Fairbanks Morse. It's been down here in the basement for, I would hate to say how many years, 20, 30 years, something like that. I do not have any recollection of where I bought this or what I paid for it. Someone has made a back to it. Well, at least I think so. Yeah, that looks sort of like the paneling that would be in your 60s romper room, so I don't think that was original. So maybe there's some way to make a back for it. But anyway, so this is what was hiding in the corner. And I wish I could tell you the story, but I don't have any recollection of actually buying this, where or when, or how much I paid for it. But I can tell you that it's been on that little shelf right there in that spot for decades. So we're going to pull it out, add it to the pile. So I know we've all had a bit of a rough time here in the great pause of 2020, but if I survive without any problems, why, one of the good things of this will be that I've discovered some really cool old radios that I've purchased from way back, and like I said, they're going to go in line with everything else we've got, and one of these days they'll be brought back to life. So thanks for watching, everybody. I sure do appreciate it.